Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down throw for Mayfield. This is the tight end fan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third down, Mayfield. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. It's Etienne. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They go play action. Mayfield. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Max Crosby able to get him for a loss of about 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range.
Touchdown! That's caught. Noah Fant. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Diablos are able to stretch out their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And when I look,
pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Mayfield's throw complete to Rager. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Mayfield now from the 50. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with ETN. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Diablos are able to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Watson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one is right through. And then we'll get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This will be caught. Judy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Judy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Diablos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Into the secondary past the 40. And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we reach an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be
down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way down to the 26.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Now a first down throw. Watson over the middle, complete. That's Barnes. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. But that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Dillon. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. A handoff for Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's a give to Etienne. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Diablos are able to widen their advantage. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get it. but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down. Here's Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield out to his left. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
110 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Diablos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good pickup there, 22. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air yet again, Watson.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Watson. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. Now he steps away. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught by Tony. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Etienne. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Etienne. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Diablos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 1st and 10, Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 44, Watson. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Mayfield. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.